episode 29 has started different. Let's just put it that way, shall we?
I just want to check. How do you feel about how we look, Bruno? Like, is it like the angle of it on the bed? Is it a little bit unnerving?
I just feel like it's normal because I'm normally above you looking down normally, so it's like a little bit.
Yeah. And if you're watching, by the way, guys, if you're listening to this episode, Bruno is actually 6'4", and me and Joe are only 5 and 9.
He's physically looking down on us.
We're only 5'9".
I got asked. Oh, Luca wants to live in one.
If you're watching this, you can't see him, but he's just here to my left. Luke, my dog, he's about to go out with my wife, because you can only say it like that.
My wife.
Whoa! Oh my God!
Set of fireworks for that.
Hell yeah!
My wife, is that what it is? My wife. Her and my mother-in-law and my mother are all going to take the dog on a walk, but he thinks we're going. So he's just come up with this harness as if to say, "Can we go?" He's trying to round up the boys. He's trying to round up the boys. Gang. And the reason why we can't go is not just because we're doing the Peppercorn boys, is because this guy thought he'd fold himself up like an accordion, as Jim Ross would say.
Always spoils the party, doesn't he, Big Ben?
He's put all his ribs in his stomach.
They're in there.
And he put his feet over his head. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you're in that situation. If I said this, and you're listening for the first time, you don't know we wrestle, a 260-pound man landed on top of Joe's lower back, which pushed his legs over his head and compressed his chest and stomach.
I basically took a powerbomb very high on my back, and he came down with me.
On his bum.
Oh.
So his legs went...
Yay. Mate, he's trying to make a Joey sandwich.
He was, yeah.
With one bit of bread.
It winded me instantly, and he did beat me with this move, understandably. And I was making full eye contact with him, of course. Because he was over the top of me, covering me, and as I was making eye contact with him, I was only making the sound. And then I rolled over, and as I rolled over, I saw him watching me, trying to keep an eye on me. And then when we got backstage, I finally got my breath back, because I couldn't breathe for the whole time we were out there pretty much. And the first thing out of my mouth as he walks to the backstage area is, "Are you okay?" Me to him. And then he goes, "No, mate, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
You should have undressed him in the locker room, mate. That's you don't do that to a vet, all right?
Yeah, he couldn't undress himself. But the best part is, we get to the top of the ramp, and I'm like, "Come on, then, let's go, whatever." And I turn around, and Joe's on the floor, and he goes, "Drag me," and I'm like, "All right." The hardest part of the whole match, 100%, was Joe's dead body weight on almost like a frictiony stage floor.
Yeah.
And I'm dragging him by one arm. I'm arched over, giving it one of the the thing is, the way that people are looking, you can see where we're going down the stairs. So I have to commit to it so long, almost down the stairs. And comfortably, the worst part of the whole match for me was that. But it wasn't as bad as his.
No, the worst part was
Yeah,
I was fine.
But yeah, as soon as the adrenaline wore off as well, that's when I realised how bad everything else was. Because my main concern at the time was just being winded. But it was also being winded, or if I'd maybe punctured a lung, or I was worried my breath wasn't going to come back. So when it came back, I was relieved. And then as the adrenaline wore off, everything just seized up.
Hey, adrenaline through the soul.
Well, not that. Cody, something, Cody Rhodes. Through the soul.
Is it that soul?
Adrenaline in my soul. Something, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. All right.
I'll say this. I was watching the Wrexham dog, because I think I mentioned this. And I got to the episode where Paul Mullin punctured a lung against Man United at pre-season last year. And it was in America. And the goalie, I don't know the name of the goalie, it was a Man United goal I've never heard of. He comes out and his point of his elbow caught those lower, those really lower ribs on the side.
That's where mine is, the lower ribs.
And Mullin, they show it on there because they're recording the dog, they zoom in on him. And his lips are blue instantly. And he literally is going to the ref. He's laying there and he's pointing his throat, going to the ref, to himself. And they zoom in and you can see it's terrifying. And he couldn't get his breath for about 4 minutes. And they got oxygen on and they were manually trying to make him take the oxygen into the lung. And then it turned out he had, I think it was 3 broken ribs that obviously one had punctured the lung. But he couldn't fly because the cabin pressure.
Yeah, cabin
Your
pressure.
lung, yeah. And because of the hole, it would have created like almost the lung would have exploded. So he had to wait there for 3.
Don't.
So when he did that, all that was in my head was, I hope he hasn't punctured a lung. But he could breathe, and he wasn't doing the whole point.
Yeah. And he wasn't stuck in America.
He wasn't stuck in America, but we did take a flight back from Yeovil.
We took the risk, yeah.
We took the risk, yeah, so we're okay.
I tell you what, that drive home, bro, was the most painful 6 hours I think I've ever experienced.
Mate. And that turbulence will get you as well on the old plane, so you got to be careful with that. Puncture the other one.
Yeah, some turbulence will
actually. What was the... So in the group chat, you said that you had to kayfabe it for a bit.
Yeah.
To the people you had.
I like the lads we wrestled. They're a very good tag team. They're called the Blockbusters. Check them out. They're on the come up.
We had one of them in the car.
We had one of them in the car because we drove him to the show and home again. So basically, I had to just tell them I was okay. I did the meet and greet where a couple fans hugged me a little bit too hard, and I let out a very small into their ears.
He whined in people's ears, I think.
And then as soon as we let him out, he got out of the car about halfway, so a couple hours into the drive, he got out of the car. And as soon as he got out, I turned to Scott and I said, I'm in so much pain.
And then he reclined the whole seat. He's like, the whole way home. But I was waiting for it, because in my head I was like, he's acting very nice. And I kept going, you were right in front of them. Because I don't care if people feel bad, because it's no one's fault.
No.
It's just one of those things that it's like, and by the way, put out a post the last 24 hours. Not many people have contacted us to see if you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Especially the company in which this happened for. So this will be fuel for a promo going forward.
Yeah.
So I'll say this though. Simon Miller.
Yep.
The Bruno. The Bruce. Elton and Kit, the other Peppercorns. 3 and 4. They...
Big Al.
Big Al. All reached out. The General, Sam Tustin, regular listen, reached out. No one else. What's happening? What's happening?
Oh.
Disgusting.
The things I put my body through.
It's like that meme of the person in the rain just all alone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. I'm not even hurt, but I've got sympathy pains.
Yeah. Hey, you ride together, you die together, like you're twins at the end of the day.
He's much older than me, so I hope you don't die together. But what I would say is today I worked out in front of him. I worked out in front of him. I did plank, and I don't know if I was doing that just to prove that I could do it.
Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
I only did rib-based exercises.
Oh. That's toxic, mate.
He took a couple power bombs unassisted as well, flat, just to show me how it's
might have... Yeah, I'm going to a pub tonight, so I might have baby back ribs, Might have a couple 1-2 ribs.
This is the rib. This is the rib. They call this the episode The Rib.
The Rib.
So it's whether we're lying about all of this, and that's the rib, or his ribs are broken.
I wish I was lying.
Or it's because Bruno was just thinking about ribs. You figure it out. It's the rib episode.
Yeah, one or the other.
I was about to say something else actually about working out. Oh, when I worked out, I was actually also staring at him as well. Just make a point,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ribs are strong, they're pure.
It was a good match before that happened, though.
It's good fun.
It was a great match.
I say this.
Yeah.
I tell you what's really nice.
Outfit.
They're giant, these
they're
guys.
massive guys, yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, they're big, jacked guys. And I took a back suplex where they let go of you, so they throw you up and then catch you on the way down with like a clothesline.
Wow.
I don't often get thrown in wrestling because they're smaller.
And you quite like it.
I don't like the way he said that, but he picked me up, and my God, he said to me, "Don't jump." I know this is behind the curtain a little bit. He said, "Don't jump," and I was like, "All right, yeah, I get it. I see you, big man." And my God, did I get that close to the house lights at the top? I was like, "There they are." And then as I came down, splat, and it didn't feel great on me. But
I tell you what, we had a manic show though. We got there, we barely had time to say hello to everyone. We were rushed into, I think,
promo shots.
Promo shot photos in our gear. A backstage segment, another backstage segment, all while trying to figure this match out. Then we had the match, then straight into a meet and greet, but with broken ribs. And then we were spat out the other end, and now we're home.
Hey, the outfits were good though.
They look great.
I tell you what, I think they're up there with the cloud suits.
I think they're my favourite, actually.
Yeah, they might be up there. And we got the old spooky Danhausen from AEW fame at the next show. Well, we haven't. Simon has, and he's asked us implicitly on UPW Plus, do not get involved. And we said, All right, Simon, we understand what you're saying.
We get you.
We get you.
Yeah,
and I say this is a very funny segment on UPW Plus. If anyone's interested in ever seeing it, I'm sure it'll be on socials in the next couple of weeks. But I've been told by promoter and Simon Miller that it's actually a very genuinely funny backstage that we did with them.
Yeah.
So we'll look for that.
I can't wait to see it. That group chat, the Peppercorn boys would lap that promo up.
Lewis, I don't think Lewis will have any interest in seeing it, but Sam will.
Hey, I try and throw the guy a bone, all right? Leave him alone.
I mean, he don't want to hear about it. If you ask him about Antonio's form, he'll chat. But I mean, if you ask him about if he thinks Roman Reigns is over, I mean, you won't get a text back for at least a week because he'll be mad at you. So, talking of that, I'll be seeing the boys soon.
So, not long.
Now we're going to get this Peppercorn
countdown is on.
We'll figure this out. We'll get it all done.
We'll get there. I just have to get fly out. Yeah.
Saying that, Simon Miller might be in town.
That's true.
There's a talk.
Yeah.
So.
In what town?
In Elton Prince's town.
Oh wow, cool.
Of the city and state that he lives.
Yeah. Okay.
I realised that midway. I was like, I don't want to. A lot of people could put two and two together. I mean, he does live in Nashville now, so I'm just glad I'm visiting anyway. Again, this episode's called The Rib.
Yeah.
Is any of this true? Yeah. Or is it Joe's ribs that we're talking about? At the end of this episode, he gets up and does a backflip. He's fine.
I can't even imagine.
That'd be fun.
What's real, what's not?
Be fun.
Are we also laying on a beach in a bed? Because in a minute, this shot's going to go back.
Yeah.
And we're in the middle of a beach, and it was a rib. We weren't on a bed.
That's tough. That's a tough edit for me.
Oh, you don't have to edit it, because watch this. Do you know, sometimes you think if you're positive, some stuff will happen for you, and it just doesn't.
Yeah. It's possible.
Some people believe there's nothing impossible.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Oh, now you said it, Joe.
I think it's wrong.
I'll say this, guys. Underneath this video, if you're watching on YouTube, the Peppercorn Boys. And by the way, heck of a clip, a thumbnail last week. I really like that one. I know it was simple.
Yeah,
it looked really good.
I like that. Yeah.
It was very, very simple.
Very simple.
Very together.
If you're watching, put a comment under this video. Who do you think has the strongest ribs out of all three of us? And I think we know who's last.
Well, currently?
Yeah.
Well, no, before.
They're hanging on by a thread.
You reckon Bruno's feet would have gone behind his head? His ribs wouldn't allow it.
No,
nah.
Ow.
My ribs. Oh. Hey, I got some cushion, mate. I got some absolute cushion before it gets to the ribs, so I think I might be all right.
To be fair, I'm the slightest peppercorn, so the
no. I feel like we're all just getting on top of each other now.
Yeah, we are a little bit. Yeah. Well, you pulled it up.
Can you touch your ribs?
Wow!
Ow! I'm asking this because we're not as slight as Joe, and I can't.
I can touch my rib cage.
I can't get into the. Hard. I
can't get into the divots, mate.
Oh, you don't want to.
Underneath, like
you got it peeled like Finn Balor.
Ow!
You got peeled like Finn Balor. You see each one
with 0% body fat. That gave up a thumbs up for Joe there.
I'm doing a good job. That's what they're saying. I'm doing a good job. I'll tell you what, I wanted to bring up a few other things. The first one is, I don't think it's anyone's Peppercorn. It was just something we mentioned earlier in the group chat that I wanted to bring up. It was the, I think his name's Eddie Hall. I've completely blanked.
Oh, yeah. It is. It is the former strongest man in the world.
Yeah, and he went against two people in a cage fight. Yeah, he was the strongest man.
Yeah. He was, yeah.
I think he's won it, yeah. But I didn't know with his whole thing with Thor, whether it was Thor that won it the most.
I think he won it a couple of years, and then Thor came in and
I think they both did. Yeah. Former world's strongest man, yeah. Fought two people on a cage, didn't he?
So this does bring up a lot of conversation, in my opinion. I can tell you right now that Lewis, Peppercorn number 3, and I, in a Dave & Buster's in Nashville, we, in front of his other half and my wife, maybe did an hour and 15 minutes on a question very similar to this. But I'm not going to say how ours was different on here. But how many people do you reckon they need to put in that cage to beat Eddie Hall?
To beat Eddie Hall?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, these were small men. I don't even know if they were fighters.
Yeah, we're talking full size team.
One big Thor beat him, didn't he?
Now, I'd pay money to see that. I won't pay for much.
You could have seen that. It's happened.
Has it?
Yes.
I'll have to go check it out.
It wasn't great. It was a boxing match. It was really bad.
Spoiler alert. Obviously, most of the listeners probably haven't seen it either.
Right, it was in Saudi Arabia like a year and a half ago.
Got a thumbs up again.
Or Dubai, one or the other.
Yeah, because, I mean, the way in which he dispatched these guys was fantastic. I mean, it's exactly how you want
it. It was fun.
I mean...
It was fun.
To grab a guy by the waist, do a one-armed powerbomb, and then when he gets up, you just slap him down to the ground out cold. And then, the best part about the whole thing was, who would you rather be, by the way? The guy who got powerbomb and then slapped down?
Yeah.
Or once that guy gets knocked out, you have to restart the fight.
Let him, yeah.
Do you want to be the other guy that's now going one-on-one?
Yeah. I'll be the first guy. Get me out of there.
Get over with, yeah.
It did quite resemble back in the day when Scotty at aged 14 tried to try it on with Big Man, all right? Like, he got flipped up, slammed down, get out.
I'm not afraid to say it, because Bruno's got this certain technique, and I've brought it up before, that he does. That I've watched a lot of fights in my time.
That's my ground game, though.
Yeah.
That's my ground game.
Is that wrestling? There's not a name for this move, I don't think. It's medieval, but I don't know how in which he does it. But he'll get on top of you. He'll grab your wrists, he puts them out there like an X, and then he wraps his legs long ways around yours. And then he just, because he's taller than you, and his limbs are longer, he'll just stretch you out like a medieval like torture device. And the whole time he's doing what he's doing right now, that laugh, and he's face to face with you, and it feels like every limb is leaving your torso. And I know most people go, "Oh, you couldn't do that in a real fight." I don't know if he couldn't not get in that situation in a real fight. And even if a guy's 7 foot, I don't know what he's doing. His wingspan's odd, the big man.
Oh, he's got long limbs.
Yeah. If you have Peppercorn as well, his torso is honestly the real life the size of a watermelon, but his arms are like 6 foot each. He's unbelievable. He's shaped like Geodude. If you'd meet him, if he had legs, do you know what I mean? Like, he's just, he can stretch you out, and you have no chance in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I did try on with Bruno, and I've never really been successful.
I thought you were gonna say my other one when I'm on my back, you're in full guard, and I get my leg, and then
Bruno goes for rubber guard.
Rubber.
Because I know for a guy who's 5 bills, I mean, his flexibility is unmatched. He's a genetic freak. He gets his leg up and over like that, and he'll choke you from behind. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's still in front of you smiling as well. That's the worst part about the whole thing is the fact that he's laughing and smiling the whole time.
He's got freaky ability, and I don't know why he's not put it to use.
Yeah, because he will on time remind me as well. Like, we've been in hotels where he'll just throw me to the bed, he pins me, and he holds me there for genuine 15, 20 seconds. Yeah. And he goes, "Can't move, can you?" And he's laughing. And then he just lets me go. And it's like this. Yeah, it's like this thing that he does. It's just to remind me, like, don't get a hand. And you've got jokes. Funny guy, that's what he says. He says, "Funny guy," and then he just proves it, and then he goes, "Do you want to get dinner?" And you just like...
Hey, I've said it before, sometimes you have to be humbled a little bit. And then bringing up what I said earlier, you like being ragged around a little bit because you're normally the ragger. So you like to be a little bit of a rag doll yourself.
I do.
So that's where I come in.
Well, I literally said I liked it this week getting thrown in the air, so I can't really compete. But everything you said felt loaded, and and like I said, this episode could be a rib. Do I really like to be thrown around? Did Bruno really take me out? We don't know.
Yeah.
And now camera goes out. Didn't work again.
In the comments, let us know what you think's a rib and what.
Yeah, underneath, I want you to list everything that's happened in this episode and what you think's real and what's not. For real.
I no-sold my height yesterday. Someone asked me, "How tall are you?" I was like 6'1", 6'2".
Oh my god. That's like the great Omos in WWE. Someone going, "How tall are you?" 6'6".
I don't feel like, because I feel like I have measured myself and it is 6'2" normally. Yeah. But there was someone in there that was like, "Nah, you're at least like 6'4". I was like, "I'm not 6'4".
Were you in shoes?
I was in shoes, yeah.
I reckon you're 6'4" in shoes.
You're 6'4" in shoes. I think about 6'3",
Okay.
not maybe 6'2.5". But yeah, I'd say you're 6'3". With
I
your
like
hair,
that,
you're 6'6".
Yeah.
I was touching the ceiling.
Yeah. Turning sideways for doors and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll say I went to the doctor's recently with my wife, and she found me, the doctor. I basically interrupted. I wasn't there for any reason. I was just there for moral support. I interrupted the whole situation because she found me mucking about with the height thing in the corner. So they had to stop the consultation to talk to me for a minute. And she, do you know what the worst part was? She did my height.
She did?
Yeah, she came over and did it correctly, and it just to stop me doing it.
Were you in shoes?
No, I had shoes. I don't. She'd heard me take my shoes off. I was just doing this in the corner, and it was like you could hear me getting on the thing, and like I was trying to get it on my head. I was trying to stand up right.
Where you at?
I was like literally about. I don't know what they do in between. If it's feet, inches. What's under an inch? It's not based on centimeters and millimeters, is it? Look up. Why is that throwing me? Because you've got meters that are connected by centimeters and then millimeters. What's an inch? What's underneath an inch? Because roughly 2.5 centimeters. Anyway, I was like the little tiny line under 6'2".
Really?
And that surprised me because I always tell people I'm 6'1" because I don't trust that I would like to be 6'2". I don't know if she maybe helped me because she just wanted me to really be quiet.
I feel like that's probably, yeah.
Yeah, but again, that story I just told, is it real?
I think
it is.
Yeah. I think you had to say, and when you start getting into those small bits divisible of an inch, that means like you're struggling for certain. Yeah, you're struggling for certain things. But I think it's 1 something of an inch. So you're 8 somethings of an inch. So you're 6'8". Yeah. I don't know, but because I just had a little Google then. And I couldn't get a proper answer.
Yeah, look, I blew my mind when I was saying that.
Just round up or round down, mate.
I'm 6'2".
So just say 6 foot. Just say 6'1.5" or 6'2".
I think I've pretty much up until I was about 24, 25, I would consistently say 6'2". And then since then, I've kind of said 6'1.5", but I don't like saying 1/2 because it feels like I'm really trying to be 6'2".
You are. It does.
So I just say
sounds
6'1",
like you are reaching.
but now that one's thrown me now because now I'm like, can I say 6'2" now?
No one ever sees you without shoes on, really. So just go with whatever you are when you've got shoes on.
Well, I wore cowboy boots to the show this week, and I might have been 6'5".
I think you were.
It would freak everyone out. So, you know. Anyway, how many men were going to beat Eddie Hall? I think I would pay good money to see 5 of those similar sized guys in there.
I don't think they get the job done still.
Because the thing is, if he's grabbing, so if he's got one around the waist like he did, the other one came in, he hooked that one arm and threw it. And as he came in, he just kind of got almost like a lucky punch. If the guy had any kind of savvy, would have covered up a little bit when at least walking in on a guy.
Yeah.
I think if you even add one more, if he has 2 in a head,
it's tougher. Yeah,
the guy can hit him. And I know that here's a big guy like Bruno, be like, "Oh, I could take a punch," because he says that all the time. But I mean, every person can only take so much.
Yeah.
If a guy hits him flush with no protection, he's going to go out. So maybe 3 is the number.
Yeah,
because you need to occupy both hands.
Yeah, I think 3, maybe 4. As soon as you take away certain limbs, then you're.
Because I think 4. I'm gonna stick on 4. The reason being is like I said, with 2 arms, but the chance of him actually choking one out or knocking one out on the way in is likely. So that extra man gives you that extra.
Yeah.
If he's got 2 guys, if he ends up knocking one out, and still he's occupied.
Yeah.
Then the last guy could just take off on his face. Not that could guarantee a finish, but I'm just saying. If you're watching on YouTube again, let us know below how many men you reckon could beat Eddie Hall. And underneath that one, tell me how many men in a cage would beat Bruno. So,
-5 men. Like I'm a softie, mate. I'm a softie. Why do you keep getting thumbs up?
I think they just really like my work today.
They're liking what we're doing, I think.
Yeah.
It's constant though.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. 3 thumbs equals fireworks, apparently.
And by the way, I got this right because I said the peace sign does something. And then that's what Travis did, and he got it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, for Bruno, I don't know, because I think if you put in, let's say, Bruno's friend Josh.
Yeah.
Bruno's friend. Our friend Josh.
Another
but
one.
what I was going to do is I was going to kind of bring up you might bring that up, so I got a bit confused. If you and Josh were in that ring, if there was 2 Joshes, I think you win.
Yeah. I feel like I do too, yeah.
The -5 men you just said a minute ago was the full of luck.
All right.
I understood.
Hey, it's a rib. It was a full-on rib.
Hey.
Will you stop? You might have to put your hands down for the rest of the episode because it's triggering, I think. And it's triggering. It's triggering
Bruno
me.
hates me getting reassurance, positivity.
Hey, I'm the host, so I'll never get that reassurance of positivity.
I'll say this: you think you're the host? That's fine. The fact that I think you could beat 2 Joshes, but I don't think you would beat 1 Little Red, 1 the Bruce in a cage.
Oh nah!
I think it goes to decision.
You reckon?
I think he goes to decision with all of us, but potentially beats me.
I reckon him and Lil Red go to the decision, but they're both bloodied and
bad. It's in the bad.
Like, they both got a lot of shots away.
Go on, Brit.
We destroy each other for sure.
A lot of swinging.
Out of Peppercorns, in order, who wins?
Yeah.
If there was a tournament and one guy got Sam, obviously Sam gets the bye because it's Sam.
He's Belgium.
And then we had me versus Lou and Bruno versus Joe. I think the final is Lou and Joe, and I think that's an absolute war.
You think Joe gets the upper hand on me? That is right now definitely not. But let's
not right now.
Old man time as well. There's no question Lou destroys all of us.
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
I agree. I just think Joe's got that physique and the bone density, maybe not now, of like it's Kendall Grove, isn't he? I don't know. I just think it'd be a really good one. But I just don't think all 3 of us would have a chance against those 2. I think those 2 beat all of us, and then those 2 have a fight. What do you guys think? Yeah. Do you think Ellen Prince from the WWE?
Should we do it?
Yes.
For the thing?
Yes.
Wait, give me a minute though. Like I can't do it at the minute.
No, give you 6 weeks.
Give you 1.
To be honest, I don't know if Lou can do it right now. But anyway, because over in Nashville, who knows what's happening. Bruno, do you want to talk a little bit about the gig you went to, or is it involving your Peppercorn Corner?
It's not involving my Peppercorn, but yeah, it was a fun week. No, I don't think we have, did we? It was pretty mental. Because you were traveling to Yeovil and I was traveling up to Birmingham. So yeah, we went. Oh my god, the drive up. I kid you not. I'm prepared. I had my road monster ready. I said to him, I need to stop and get fuel, put some air in the tires, and we're good to go. He was like, "Oh, cool. I need to go because I need to get Relentless." And Josh is very specific. Wants a full fat Relentless.
Oh my goodness, he's still doing that. He's still rocking like it's 2009.
He's still rocking like it's.
Is that a regular thing, or is that just a nostalgia of going to see a band like 30 Seconds?
No. That's I swear to God, that's the only energy drink that I see him drink.
He's committed,
and it's every time he ever stays up for wrestling, or there's a road trip of some sort. It's always a full fat Relentless, and. First garage, didn't have it. And then we went to Sutton Scotney services, Tote Hill services, Cheveley. Every service on the A34 didn't have a Relentless, and we stopped at them all.
Did he ever get one?
It was becoming a rib at the end. Yeah, we got one on the M42.
I was going to say, I bet they'd have them at the gig, but if you just gone to a Tesco, I think they would have them.
Yeah, I know. The weird thing is, we could have gone to Win or Tesco, and we could have just dropped in there, and we probably should have it. It would have saved us about 20 minutes and a few miles, mate.
I can't stand stopping on journeys. I accept a one stop.
I respect how committed he is to getting a Relentless, because I would have gone into the first one, and if I didn't find a Relentless, I would have just got something else.
Yeah, same. I can't imagine, if people don't know Josh, I'd say stubborn is a good word for it. So, I don't know about
To be fair, he was handling quite well. I think I was starting to lose my cool a little bit more. My God, what is up with today? This is mental.
I didn't move at all, by the way. I've been purposely not moving.
But yeah, we got there. We parked about 15 minutes away from the venue and walked so we could cut that traffic at the end, which was a good idea. But also, I think that we probably would have been all right by that one that we parked at when we went, Scott.
Yeah.
30 Seconds to Mars, awesome. So glad that I've now seen them. They played their hits. They've got a lot of whoas in their songs.
Did you have a good sing?
Because,
Did you sing?
I had a very good sing.
No.
I had a very, very good sing, yeah. Great outfits. I sent that in the group chat.
Mm-hmm.
They made like a nice little entrance, and then on the encore he put a cowboy hat on to accompany that said outfit. So now it was a really fun night. And then on the way home was just pretty mental because there was road closures, so I had to go a completely different way home. So that was my night. But yeah, they played some bangers. They didn't play my favorite one, but like I said in the group chat, I feel like it was too atmospherical anyway.
What was your favorite one?
It was good. Vox Populi.
Oh, I like that song.
Yeah, there's something about it. All right,
I used to go to sleep to their music.
It's very good.
Yeah,
dreamy,
naughty in it. It's a bit like
nighttime music. Yeah, is what you call it. Yeah.
It is very.
Was anyone particularly supporting?
No. I can't remember who they were, but he was a very good singer. Okay. It was a 3-piece band followed by the 3-piece 30 Seconds to Mars.
Oh wow!
Nice.
And then one of the songs he gets. Two of the songs they get people up from the crowd, but someone asked to play guitar.
Yeah.
By phone, and he was like, "Yeah, okay." And then this guy actually played guitar. And he was good.
Oh wow!
He got his moment and he took it, and I fully respect.
Did he do a song, or was he just playing on his own?
The person on the guitar?
Yeah.
It was a few people up there that were normal. And he asked, like, when he was getting up there, can I play the guitar? So he was playing the guitar whilst everyone else was dancing. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I was going to actually quickly do a shout out as well before we go to any kind of pepper or corners.
Yeah.
Which was towards the Bruce, Little Red, who does listen to the episodes. Because he had a ladder match.
He had a banger.
A banger of a ladder match with Adam Flex Maxted from Love Island fame. And I mean, you guys like your Love Island. Yeah. I think it's coming up it's already on then. There you go.
It's on.
So
I genuinely... Are you watching it, Joe? Sorry, Scott, to cut you off.
I was watching it up until the weekend, and because of the weekend, I've lost track now.
He always tells you to stop.
Okay.
Stop.
I watched one episode the day after it came out, and one interaction just completely turned me off the show. It was that guy called Ronnie. The way that he talks, I just can't watch it.
I said
and no one
else. I said, Lisa, any guy that talks like that, don't trust him.
What is he talking about? Have a go.
Like North London.
Yeah, you are darling. Yeah, I can't.
Like Peppercorn number 3.
No.
He's got a charming Essex accent.
No, but Bruno's did Essex.
Yeah,
Does he sound like
I butchered this one.
He's a semi-pro footballer, and he's trying to be a little bit gangster.
So it's like Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I said to Lisa that any guy that talks like that, girls shouldn't trust him.
By the way, Cole Palmer
is
a mank, so he doesn't talk that.
Nah.
But he feels like he would.
Yeah.
But I think Smith Rowe has a proper, according to Bruno, do you know what I mean? He talks like that, I think.
I'll try and find you the clip that completed because I can't remember I think I did actually put it in the group chat. I said, this is so heel. Do.
Yeah.
And going with your shout out of Little Bruce and fighting Max said from Love Island, carry on.
Just they had a really good match, ladder match for the UPW Championship in the main event. Yeovil Westlands, good 400 or 500 people in the house, and he rocked it.
I butchered a lot of locations on that live stream that I did Saturday, didn't I? Because I said, 1, that we were in Chichester when we were in Christchurch, and 2, I said you were in Weymouth for UPW, so I apologise.
That, by the way, that sweepstakes live stream you can find out on Bruno Is Dunzo or Bruno Hawkins YouTube.
That was
go watch it because I mean, as far as a group of friends, we've been doing role play about football since we were about 9. And I mean, we're all late 30s now, and we're still doing. We're all late 30s here. Some of us early 30s. Is it a rib? Is it not? And we're still doing it. And I mean, it was as entertaining as anything I've seen. It was all year comfortably.
Lisa thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, Led should be a presenter. And I mean, watching Bruno's ADHD on the live stream was just madness. I mean, like, you know, he was stimming in that bowl. Like, he put his fist in there.
Oh my God.
Balls were coming out. There was times when Led was talking. He was grabbing balls that weren't drawn yet, playing with them, and then throwing them back in while Ledge was talking. And I was like, can you imagine if Gary Lineker was doing this on the FA Cup draw? It was like...
I think that makes the trouble.
He does, yeah.
Ball tampering.
Yeah, and he was just like looking around. There was, you could see him literally, you could put like cricket sounds. Like Ledge would start talking, and you go... Like, over there, and he'd be like...
I tell you what, though, Bruno came up with the genius idea of having the chat in there.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun.
We had a lot of fun. And everyone in there was the people that we were talking about tonight.
Yeah.
Relentless Man himself, and the brothers all. There's others as well, but, you know.
Yeah.
We were very vocal.
Yeah.
I
very much enjoyed doing it.
It was brilliant. Taylor Swift's in Scotland. Is this literally the start of this tour that you're seeing her on?
Yeah.
Like, as in the UK leg, I'd say.
Yeah.
She's been touring for 9 years.
I think it's Edinburgh last weekend. I think it's Cardiff this weekend, and then it's London next weekend.
Each place.
I think London is 4 and the others are 3, maybe.
Yeah, because it's not like she's been doing this every night basically. But is the UK part the only time in which Paramore are with her?
Paramore are on the Europe leg, so they went to France, they went to Madrid, UK.
My Twitter was all Paramore last night, and I was like, "What is happening?" And people talking about Hayley and the guy she's with in there, and
is she?
She's with the guitarist, isn't she, or whatever his name is?
Oh yeah, she is.
But people are talking about, like, people are like fixated on celebrities, aren't they? So they're like, they were like, look at this interaction between them here, and I was like, what's happening? And then and then Taylor Swift was getting she was cold, so she had like a big jacket on and she wouldn't take it off. I saw that clip. She was like saying to one of her dancers, "Can I not keep it on?" But she was joking, but it was just funny. I was just interested. I was like, I know you're seeing her in like a few weeks or 2 weeks or something, and I was like, how is she here already? How many nights is she doing?
It's all weekends, so there's no like midday thing, so they can set up. But yeah, it's normally Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think she's doing London for that, and then the others are Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And
she's not too. She doesn't really believe in global warming, does she? So she's probably flying off in midweek, right?
Maybe she's racking up those miles for sure.
Because she could just hang out in Glasgow or Wales. I've invited her obviously to Millington's Animal Rescue next week. We'll see if she turns up.
We'll see. She might. You never know.
Honestly,
if it was a cat, hey,
I wouldn't say one word until that night, and then I'll wait until the Peppercorn and be like, "Bruno, look at this picture." Just me and Taylor Swift playing with Kevin.
Yeah, I think I'd. Yeah.
And I want to add a little feature to this. My dog of the week this week is Nesta, the Jack Russell.
Ooh.
Go to the main tiers. Nesta is a little Jack Russell who got returned because she was at a home in which the person actually passed. It's a really sad story. She's now back in the kennels, and she's looking for a home. She's a lovely older girl, but she is such a phenomenal Jack Russell. We send her out with volunteers. She's lovely with kids, lovely with everyone. So go check that out if you're interested. It's all over the socials. Go check out.
I will. I'll link that down in the description, and on the YouTube viewers, you would have just seen an overlay of.
Nesta, the gorgeous Nesta.
Are we doing Dog of the Week now?
I think that'd be nice. We'll do a Dog of the Week next week.
Yeah, that's cool.
Why not? I think it'd be a nice little feature.
I like that. Well, we had Popster the week before, didn't we?
So accusing house.
We
might have this guest one. I might get Kevin in for a couple.
Please, yeah. On the Paramore stuff, I saw a TikTok yesterday where it was like, love the Taylor Swift gig, and it's just this one girl singing like in a bunch of people just sitting down the Paramore stuff, and I sent it to the person that I'm going with, and I was like, sorry, but this is going to be me.
Yeah, Bruno's there for Paramore, but Taylor Swift is playing. I say that, but he's very much wants to see Taylor Swift, but it would be worth it just to see Paramore. I haven't seen Paramore forever. I really want to see him. So
I'm very much looking forward to it.
Twitter I showed you, which was that person saying, "I'm not at the gig, but I can see by the way Hayley's standing, she's singing the code."
I like that. That's weird because they definitely didn't start with that win in Leon, and in the next gig, I think it was potentially in Paris, sorry, but in Leon, they then changed it so "Misery Business" was actually part of the set. They weren't singing it, but from Taylor's request, they sung it, and Decode wasn't in there either. So I'm happy that they've added that one now too. So. Hey,
God, what is singing there? They're not making out. No. What are you doing? Like 50? Are you doing like 50 minutes?
I don't know.
What's that song? There's what's his name? Scott Mills used to change to the darts player Barry the "Go Get Your Shovel." That one.
Oh,
has he got like "Brick by Brick"?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They don't sing that right. That's a rotten song.
Yeah, not good.
I'm not sure if they do.
Swear to God,
I can't
they're
remember
singing
the
that
full
Misery
set list.
Business. Because I still got PTSD when I hear crush start. Because the Bruno's
Shut up.
I brought that up the other day. I thought you still had it. Honestly, I heard it the other day.
I sometimes hear it and I don't. It's not there. I just hear it. But no, I'd say that. For me, if you're not playing Misery Business, but you're playing Brick by Boring Brick or whatever it's called.
As long as you're playing Emergency and Pressure, then
they're not. I bet they're not. They're not playing Misery Business. They're not playing Emergency and Pressure.
Oh no, that's May 17th. Damn it.
Don't tell Kane. Very near, isn't
it? Shining his hook up.
So, Hard Times.
Yeah, love that song.
Burning Down the House, Still Into You, Caught in the Middle, a surprise song, which I'm guessing that was potentially Decode in the thing. The Only Exception, Misery Business, Ain't It Fun, and This Is Why. Is there 9 songs? They're all warm-up act, aren't they? They don't get a full...
They're picking the wrong songs. I have to get onto them soon.
I can't wait for the tour where they play Riot full again. I can't wait.
I want the one before that. I want that one in full.
Yeah.
I do like.
I don't think they'll do that ever. I don't know what's going to happen. When's Riot like 20 years old or something? It's got to be coming up, isn't it? Or is it past?
It's close. No, that's close.
Could be like
2007.
Is it?
So a few years.
Do you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's 06. And I'm basing this on us staying at Ryan's house and that being a big I feel like that was like between school and just after.
Yeah.
Riot is a second studio album by American rock band Paramore. It was released in the United States on June 12th, 2007.
There it is. So we got 3 more years, and then I reckon they might do it.
Yeah, that'll be good.
They have to. They have to.
Anyway, should we go to some Pepper and Cornets, Bruno?
Pepper or Cornet?
Did I say and?
Yeah. I said and as well, though, so I'm going to let you off this week.
I'm going to pepper and corn something then.
And Riverside won it. Pepper or Cornet? Voicenotes.
Ooh.
It's hard.
Okay, I'm going to start.
Yeah, go on.
So this depends.
Come on then, big man. Luke's back from his walk, gang.
Hey, Lucas.
This was a former dog of the week.
Yeah, Baba.
His name is Luke, a.k.a. Dylan, a.k.a. Lucius, a.k.a. Lucifer, a.k.a. Now he's Lucas Malfoy II. So
I generally miss him so much when I'm not there.
Yeah, he's got the smoothest of fur, Joe. What are you saying?
Yeah, Voicenotes. When we're on our car journeys back from shows, it's the best because you have stories to tell. Like other people want to put stories in as well, so it's quite entertaining on a car journey. But communicating over Voicenotes on like a daily basis is just annoying because most of the time I'm never on my own. So, like, the idea of me just sitting with someone else and just putting a voice note on loud, because they're not going to be interested in what it is. Like, it's like people that have it on, like, loudspeaker all the time. Like, no one else needs to hear it.
Yeah.
Like, so I need to just quietly just reply as quickly as I can. So I'm not going to take the time to listen to a full voice note out loud and record a full voice note out loud whilst in the company of other people. If I lived on my own, maybe, like, I'd be more,
inclined.
Yeah, I'd just play it out loud and reply, but I'm never on my own.
So for me, it's like more of a timing thing. It's just sometimes it's so much easier than writing out a long thing. But sometimes if you get into like a rapid conversation with someone, this voice note, it very much takes over what you're doing because you can't do more than just a voice note. Yeah. Whereas a type, you can quickly type something, throw it behind you, and then carry on doing something.
Yeah.
Whereas a voice note takes over a little bit, and then you have to then wait 2 minutes to listen. And if you're doing voice notes with Bruno, you've got to wait 9 minutes to listen. And then get back to him.
Yeah, you've got that time.
He's got the time. No, I do not. I'm right in the middle. I really don't know where I'm going to go. I'll wait till Bruno gives me potentially a good sign.
It's one of those, but I do agree with your points. I think for the stories that go down in the group chat, I love the voice notes and I like it because it's just fun. But when you get into that back and forth, especially with me, because I'm an R a lot, so a voice note that should last probably about a minute, 2 minutes, lasts about 5, and then if I'm really going for it, like I'm sending you a podcast midweek, and then so that's where I'm kind of like.
I'll never forget Ralph Ragnick 19-minute monologue.
that was pure class. Then
he had so much to say.
I did, and that was that's the epitome of a great voice note. Because damn, am I going to put that into write an absolute essay on it?
Do you reckon if you ran AI on one of your voice notes, it would go from 19 minutes to 9?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't mind if you wanted to pick a random topic and then you just left me a voice note that was half an hour on a topic and it's not time sensitive, I don't have to hear it and reply to it and stuff like that. I'd be quite happy to listen to that. If I had on my lunch or something, I'll just stick it on.
I think for me it's the time, if you've got a story to tell me, voice note it, don't text it, because I don't really get what you we all say you don't understand sarcasm things in text.
Yeah.
But it's the way in which you say it that can kind of be funny. But I mean, just to be hey man, how are you? Give me a call or something. Just write that. I don't want to have to.
Yeah.
And also, don't call me. So if you're telling me you're going to call me, don't you either. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to actually, because obviously I would heavily pepper stories and I would heavily corn regular chit chat.
Yeah.
So I'm very Switzerland right now.
I'm going to corn it.
I called it Belgium earlier.
Yeah.
Why did I call it Belgium?
The Belgians are super into their chocolate, but they're also into getting a real answer.
I'm going to lightly corn it, just because I think it is fun at times, but it's not necessary all the time.
Because the stories outweigh the nothingness, I'm going to go lightly pepper it.
I'm going to lightly pepper it too. Okay. But, hey, use it wisely. Don't be a douchebag.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. What's your pepper?
I didn't have one going into this.
Yeah, no,
I completely forgot.
Yeah.
But I have got one.
Okay.
Pepper or corn it, collecting toys.
So,
oh no.
Ironically, my pepper and corn it was collectibles. So we joked last week that we might have had the same one. We actually had the same one.
And we both scrambled to get one going into this.
Yeah, I'm going to have one. It's going to be naffy. It's going to be quick after this because I'll think of something.
We actually did do that though. That's funny.
So I was actually thinking about this, and I collect Pop Funkos, kind of.
Some up there.
I have a lot. They're not the only thing I collect, but if it's toys...
Yeah, any of them, yeah.
It's not for me. But collecting things, I'm not necessarily good. So, for example, my only real collectibles are cups from NFL stadium, NBA stadiums, and places.
Oh, those cups from the Westlands are
in your bag. Yeah. So we performed at the Westlands. They had not a collectible cup, but a solid cup. So I've got that.
Did they?
Yeah, and I thought,
oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just instead of just being the Houston Rockets or the Atlanta Falcons. Westlands Yeovil, and I was like, I've actually performed at that one. That's a nice one.
Yeah, we won our titles there.
Yeah, you can give that to grandkids one day.
yeah, that'd be embarrassing.
We won our titles there as well, so it makes it more.
There you go. That's less embarrassing. Like it. And I'll say that I drank out of it that night as well.
Yeah.
But I didn't. That's a lie. But what part of this was a rib? So
exactly.
I collect cups. It's like the equivalent of collecting stamps. I collect cups. I like that. Toys, no. You.
Yeah. I'm completely with you. I think anyone that collects toys or anything, or has toy collections or toys, they just need to grow up a little bit. I'm not very much into collectibles or anything like that. Very much so.
So as we know, it is the rib episode, and that might have been the least Bruno thing I've ever heard him say.
I think it was.
Yeah. The guy, he doesn't just collect collectibles or toys or anything. He collects straight cash. He collects your soul. And he'll even collect just really expensive electronics. And he has 9 iPads, 3 laptops. The guy will pull out 9 cameras and 4 ring lights just when he comes over. And you're like, what are you up to? He's like, I don't know, just came over.
And not just that, he has actual Thanos' hand.
And head.
And face.
And personality.
And Thor's hammer.
So you've got
I'm the it's the rib episode. I was doing a bit.
Okay.
I am the most. I won't say the most because there are some crazy collectible stuff out there, but yeah, I'm a big kid still. I love pop vinyls. I had to stop my pop vinyl buying because I had way too many. I have a whole wall. It's in storage. It's in storage still. And I cannot fit any more in this flat, so I've stopped buying the pop vinyls. But I feel like if I had a house, that cash flow would have still been going for that. Yeah, I have Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. I have Thor's hammer. I probably would have got Iron Man's arc reactor. So mate, I'm a nerd. All right. Hey, if I could, I'd get that Wolverine and Deadpool popcorn bucket for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. You noticed that the posters changed to now have the friendship bracelets.
Yeah,
that's interesting, isn't it?
She confirmed that she wasn't in Deadpool and Wolverine, and that's why I think you and Pretty Deadly need to get onto that.
Yes, yeah, I know. As far as collectibles, I'm not against it. I just wouldn't do it because I am someone who wouldn't, if I had the money to do it, I don't think I could warrant it. But I think it's also toys just don't necessarily interest me as much as, like, you have that a little bit in you. Because like growing up, Joe always collected Turtles and Ghostbusters and wrestling figures, whereas I kind of got some of his wrestling figures post him having wrestling figures. But yeah, I love seeing some of the old Hasbro figures of wrestlers and stuff like that.
It's more nostalgia, I think.
Yeah, I think it's all rooted in nostalgia, I think, a lot of the time. And I get why people get like the comics, I think Johnny Gargano on his vlog has a wall of like mint condition first appearances of his favorite characters from Marvel and DC. Cool. And I like that, the idea of like your favorite character's first one, he tries to get them in like the highest condition you can get or whatever. I get it, but I don't think if I had the money, I would warrant doing it.
Yeah.
But I kind of enjoy and respect other people to do it.
I feel if I could have, I wish the one regret that I do have is not fully collecting Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I've got a huge stack of the originals, but I did. They're all a bit tatty now and stuff.
Funny story, we got some donations at work the other day and someone donated a box of Pokemon cards.
Old ones?
Yeah.
Did you take them?
I didn't get my hands on them. Steph was looking at them.
Oh, you got to get you.
But Steph knows Pokemon cards, so she would have looked through that.
Hidden things. But do you say that's your one regret?
No, my one collectible regret.
Okay.
I have a list of regrets. Do you want to? Hey,
should we do that?
Want a therapy? Should we do a therapy session?
Yeah, we do.
Say that for a full podcast.
Yeah, if everyone's waiting for a 9-hour episode, we're doing
it. In my notes app, I've obviously from time to time I have to get down my thoughts on this Peppercorn stuff, and I know that we've got a conspiracy episode coming soon. Ooh. But I'm also trying to figure out when it comes into my head other themed episodes, and there's one other theme that I do have at the moment, so it will be adding to it. But so I'll add Bruno's therapy session, Bruno's regrets to that as a whole episode.
I like it. So what are we doing with Pepper and Corn on the collectibles?
I'm gonna pepper it. I like it. I like the idea of having all my favourite characters and stuff set up in a collection and things. It's more nostalgia based, but yeah, I enjoy toys.
I feel if I don't pepper it, then it will be a rib. So I have to pepper.
Cool. I'm going to lightly corn it because I'm just not into it, but I get it. But I don't want to corn it because, like I said, I don't have an issue with it. And I collect cups.
Yeah.
My pepper and cornet.
Pepper or cornet.
Why is that so hard to do? Is curtains.
Well, there's something else that's weird. Before I came up with mine was going to be curtains.
And the reason I asked this is, one, I'm looking at one.
We've done it twice, though. Can we acknowledge that?
Why?
Yeah, well, Bruno won't accept to pass over, so he doesn't want us to talk about it.
That's so bizarre.
Why?
I don't know why he's having a bad reaction to this. Because I've already told him that he's done the one that I wanted. I've come up with another one. And the reason I bring this up is because I kind of want to tell a story.
Okay, tell us the story.
So the reason I bring up curtains is, one, I'm looking at one. Two, I think they make rooms feel small. I'm very into blinds.
Yeah.
And the third one is that Bruno will not have anything that obstructs his view of seeing his neighbours. And I mean, if you want to see, a 3-bill Michael Myers that's fully naked at 11 o'clock at night, checking if you brought your bins in, look at his household and then just look up. Because he'll be staring down at you like he is right now on this hookup, and he's just seeing. And I don't know if he tries to get out of the way. I don't know if he holds his gaze when they see him. I don't know what he does. But he's certainly naked in that house. He certainly moves around like he's 120 pounds. And I don't know why, but he will stare out that window late at night. I stayed in his bed. And I mean, there's no curtains. I think there might be curtains in there, but no, I don't think there is. I don't know. But I mean, a light will go past at like midnight. And he's like, you could like, you're laying and you feel like, when you're in the sun and your eyelids go orange because it's light. He'll do that. I'll open him. He's now standing to my left. He was on my right a second ago. And he's... Where's it? What are they doing? I was like, I'm just getting home. I mean, that guy is like an owl. He's a 6'4", 3-bill owl. Bruno.
I like to see what's going on, all right? I'm gonna pepper curtains because I think you can get some nice curtains. I think I do prefer blinds.
Yeah.
I'm going to completely gloss over
all the things that might or may not be true.
The horror stories, yeah. But yeah, I feel like you can get nice curtains.
Do you fancy ever getting any for your apartment, or?
I have one for the back door. I'm looking at it right now.
Your back door? Do you?
Yeah. Otherwise, it would be letting in a god amount of light right now.
Yeah, I hate light. I love curtains. I'm peppered.
It would completely blow out this shot,
I like anything that makes it dark. I like to be hot, sweaty, and in the light only when I'm in the sun and I'm outside. Once I'm indoors, I want to be cold. I want it to be dark.
Hey, you're always in the sun, but no one's sun's ever in you, Like, that's...
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm pretty sure that's a Cheryl Cole song. I don't know. That's something's ringing a bell. Yeah,
it's not a Cheryl Cole. If you let that digest a little bit, then...
Yeah, I'll get there. Luke, what are you doing behind the bed? Luke. Because dogs can't walk backwards, so you can get stuck there.
Oh, he did that when I was there, though. He can get back. He can get good. He's good.
He's very good.
Big man knows. Hey, I tell you, one person that doesn't like curtains is Luke, because he loves looking outside.
We had to mist up some windows, because, I mean, he didn't like the cats that are outside. All the squirrels, all the cars, all the visitors, or anything he sees out there. So we're a blind household now. Like that film with Thunder. Anyway,
I swear you had something else. Joe needs to peppercorn curtains.
I'm going to pepper curtains because I like running out of them at 100 miles an hour at wrestling shows.
No, I'm dragging you back between them.
Yeah.
And I mean, for something that I came up on the fly, did you see how I made chicken crap into chicken salad?
You did, really nice.
I mean, I told a great story. It was potentially the funnest of the three.
That was really good.
Obviously, Riverside's giving me the thumbs up now.
I can't believe we got each other's peppercorn twice in the same show.
Just call us Jim from American Pie, because that's happened twice.
Impressive, mate. It's impressive.
I can't believe Bruno didn't react to that reference.
I couldn't actually... The audio quality, not great. So what did you say?
I said, call us Jim from American Pie, because that's happened twice. There you go.
Well done.
Yeah, one thing I know is that Bruno will laugh at favourite film. We're going to do a watch-along of American Pie 1 as well soon, so just...
So we've got Bruno's therapy, we've got watch along of American Pie 1, we've got me and Lewis having a fight.
Yeah. The elder person and Joey Orr from the Indies with broken ribs are actually going to have an MMA fight on live stream, so just keep an eye on that.
It's going to be a wild peppercorn summer, that's for sure.
It is, that's what they're calling it. And we do friendship bracelets if you ever want to pick one up. Is that all we've done? We've gone long here a little bit.
We have gone long here, and I swear you had something else that you mentioned earlier, either in the group chat or in
it's AI
outside the podcast.
But we can get into that.
Oh yeah, the Apple AI stuff. Should we save it for next week,
or save it because
do you want to get into it?
It could be a bizarre week if nothing happens, but right. I've got nothing planned. The Euros are starting, and I feel like I don't know, but I think we'll leave it because it could almost be tempting to put that with conspiracy theories. Because I looked at the rundown of it, and my God, it's very cool but very frightening.
It's incredibly frightening, I think.
Yeah. You got stuff to hide then?
Right.
You don't want people knowing about your stuff?
No. It's not that, but like how. No, we'll get into it. We'll get into it next week.
We shall.
Just it's frightening the amount of data that it does have, which is outstanding. Like it's so personalized because it's had you for however long you've had the phones. Like Apple, I've had since 2010 or whatever.
Yeah.
And
it's got all that information.
It's got all of it. Siri knows me like better than I know myself.
Yeah.
And on that note, subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Find it wherever you listen. And I hate doing the call to action, so Scott, you can finish.
So iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, you can also get us anywhere on YouTube. You just search the Peppercorn Boys. 5-star reviews on the iTunes and that. And just let your friends know, because it's just nicer. I was going to end this episode by saying, we love you, Bruno.
I love you too, mate. I love you both.
Because it's the rib episode.
Yeah.
What was real, what was not? Let us know underneath the video. Whoa! Oh my God.
Let's go! Let the people say